Oh my God. Oh my God. I have to read this one. I have to. Oh, I have to read this one. What the fuck? All right, here we go. Here we go. New Dickie, you ready? Am I the asshole for laughing at my housemate when he suggested I not shower on my period? You're gonna get dirty all the time anyways. What's the point? Oh, I swear to God, if that's the argument, that's the time I need showers the most. Like, what? Yeah, like what the fuck? Tell me you know nothing about uterus having persons without telling me. Right, Star Squid, right. We finished the Dickie. How's the Dickie split here? 100% not the asshole. 88,000 points for not the asshole. One person, 10 points for yes, the asshole. If this ends up being a ridiculously clickbaity title, that one person is going to get a huge fucking payout. I, 31F, live in a share house. One of the housemates, Jack, M30, has never lived with a woman outside of his mother, but likes to say things like he is aware of women's issues and calls himself a feminist. For instance, he doesn't agree with the saying, no uterus, no opinion, because it's my job to be informed about any issues that could affect me if I become a father or husband. Which is fine until it came to this issue. Oh, so like most biological women, I have periods. There's so much going on here that makes my stomach not feel great. She could have just said AFAB, right? Or vagina havers, people with vaginas. Yeah. I, however, cannot use tampons or cups due to a condition called vaginismus. It's pads all the time for me. I know the shock, shower during this time. Wow. I prepare a new pad onto a clean pair of undies, shower as normal, dry myself off in the shower, and then step straight into the undies and obviously check the bathroom for mess. Jack's never complained, nor has anyone else, so I figured my system was working. What timing? Thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the YouTube sub. Okay. Cue today, and I can't shower for 48 hours due to a heart monitor test. I was jokingly complaining about how I wasn't going to survive without my nightly shower, and Jack looked up confused and said, "How is this any different to when you're on your period?" I asked him what he meant, and he said, "Well, you can't shower on your period unless you use a tampon." I thought he was joking. He has shown before that he was at least semi-educated on women, which he got angry at. Jack said, "Wait, well, what do you do?" And I said slowly, "I shower?" I wasn't getting it, I'm afraid. Jack said, "Without protecting my bathroom? He does not own the house." And then he went off. Oh my God. Oh my God. I knew it was going to be a fucking man-child baby man complaining about how periods are dirty, but I'm still fucking shocked and pissed off. Are you fucking kidding me, Jack? Anyway, okay. Apparently my period is unhygienic and it can cause infection if left on the shower floor. And he was under the impression I hadn't been showering for a week when I had my period or using tampons. I said that due to reasons I can't use tampons, and he told me I'm banned from showering when I'm on my period, which I laughed again, at which I did apologize and say I'm sorry for laughing. But the audacity of that statement. Yeah, he doesn't own the house. He doesn't own that bathroom, and tried to ban her from using the shower while on her period. I told Jack he has no way of enforcing this, nor would I be sticking to this. And he said, "Fine, then every time you shower, you need to bleach the bathroom afterwards." To which I couldn't help but laugh again, apologizing, but saying, we're in a share house. That's not reasonable when other people need to shower / use the toilet. And considering I'm sure at least somebody else pees in the shower is ridiculous to only enforce on me. I brought that up and he said, nobody does that. I've never heard of that in my life. This dude's an alien. This dude is not from planet Earth. This person was sent here to incorporate among humans as someone who has not experienced a monicum of what it means to be a human person. 30 years old. 30 years old. 30 years old. I've never heard of someone peeing in the shower. That never happens. No one does that. So I just had to walk away. Jack's been complaining to other housemates about this and saying that we need to watch out for me. And we all just think he's absurd for banning me. But a couple think that I should just at least try and compromise. So I'm confused. Am I the asshole? What the fuck? This thread is now locked due to an excess of rules violations. Not the asshole. He's more than welcome to bleach the tub right before he showers, though, because he will never know when you're on your period again. Keep him guessing as to whether you're menstruating or not, so he can bleach the tub every time he uses it. It's a win-win. He gets to have an uncontaminated shower, and everyone else gets a super disinfected and clean tub. The obvious solution is Jack doesn't use the shower when you have your period. He's the one with the problem. Sure, because not showering for a week on your period is the more hygienic thing to do. The audacity of this man. Wow, look, I'm so surprised. Not the asshole. Whoa. Speaking of petty tea, oh my God, here we go. Am I the asshole for telling my parents I'm willing to sell my forgiveness? That's good. Louis, you're in your fuck parents era? Does that count for daddies? My parents expected me to be independent the minute I turned 18. They gave me the money they had saved up for my education and they started charging me rent. I was lucky enough to have a partial scholarship and found a job in the city my university was in, so I moved there before the school year began. With my parents' money, my scholarship, and my wages, I was able to scrape by. I rarely, if ever, spoke to my parents. I was kind of busy. I guess they decided they didn't want that kind of relationship with my younger siblings because they were not presented with the same option. They both lived at home all through university and even afterwards. I'm 34 now with a decent job and a great girlfriend whom I will be marrying this summer. Good for you. Good for you. Hell yeah. I sent my parents and siblings an invitation. They called me to ask why they were not involved in the wedding. I responded that they hadn't really been a part of my life in 16 years and that I was being nice by inviting them. They said that they acknowledged they made mistakes when I was young, but that was in the past, that I should get over it. Against my fiance's advice, I sent them an itemized bill for everything I paid for myself that they freely gave my brother and sister. I said if they wanted to be a part of my life, they had to ante up. Oh, yeah! I can feel how big your dick is from here! My God! That feels good. Oh! They said that they cannot afford that because they are in debt from helping my siblings out. I laughed at that and said, I hoped I would see them at the wedding, and hung up. My family are all getting a hold of me to let me know how much I'm hurting my parents. Fuck them. They fucked up. You take that shit with you for the rest of your goddamn life. You needed your parents to be supportive of you in that moment, and they kicked you on the fucking curb and said, fend for yourself, you little fucker. Exactly. Treating your kid like a burden is a good way to make them never talk to you again. Yeah, being a parent doesn't end when a kid turns 18. No, it fucking does not. It is a lifetime commitment. Oh, wait, sorry, we're not done. The thing is that I don't want their money, and I don't want anything from them at all other than their attendance at my wedding. If they can't do that, then I'm fine with our yearly phone call. Am I the asshole? No. Not the asshole even a little bit. Not the asshole. Maybe the itemized bill was a bit much, but I imagine it was cathartic for you. Your parents haven't been around in a decade and a half. They have a lot of nerve to ask to be involved. Not being involved in your wedding is just reaping what they sowed. Congratulations on your upcoming wedding. Absolutely, 100%. If they can't just show up to a wedding and be NPCs, they're the problem. Right, no. Fuck that. His parents call once a year and expect this? Fuck them. OP absolutely slayed. OP slayed so hard. This one, this one has the potential to be really bad. Am I the asshole for telling my sister it's her fault her son is being bullied? My 26F sister, 33F, has two sons. Bracken, 13M, and Neville, 11M. Oh no. My husband, 24M, and I went to a basket raffle at our local library this past weekend with my sister, Bracken, Neville, Bracken's girlfriend, 13F, and my sister's husband, 33M. This raffle is held every year and has many local businesses and organizations donate baskets to help raise funds for the library. There are all sorts of baskets, from free massages to gift cards to sports jerseys and so much more. Bracken got some tickets for all of the sports-related ones. He plays baseball and has done this every year, and he's been pretty successful in the past. Bracken then went around with his girlfriend. I was hanging out with my husband, sister, and rest of the family while looking at the baskets when Bracken and his GF came back to us. Shortly after this, while still looking at the baskets, we saw some science-y baskets with projects and books for kids and adults. This type of stuff is what Neville likes, and it was going fine until in that section, they had a few baskets that were aimed at girls in science/STEM. Good. When Neville saw the baskets, he called them stupid and started making some pretty awful comments about how girls are too dumb for science, and that's why they needed special baskets. Oh my God. He made some more comments like, "This is why robotics club is all boys." My husband and I just dismissed it, but we could see a few people giving us looks, and Bracken made a comment telling Neville to shut his mouth. Bracken, the sports kid, telling Neville, the science nerd, to shut his mouth about his misogynistic comments towards women. Let's go, older brother. Let's go. We support women in femmes and STEM 100%. 100%. The raffle happened. Bracken won a lot. The rest of us didn't. On the car ride home, my hubby and I were asking each other where Neville could have learned that language, and we were stumped. I wonder. Last night, I got a call from my sister, and she seemed stressed. She was telling me about how horrible Neville's first month of middle school was. She was telling me how he's being targeted and bullied. I asked her to explain what happened, and she was crying. I asked if she could give the phone to someone else. She gave it to Bracken, who told us that she wasn't telling the truth. He said that kids were mocking Neville for what he said at the raffle. Bracken admitted he was telling his friends about it, who then spread it around to the 6th graders. Some of the kids in Neville's grade were calling him creepy and weird, and were doing it to his friends as well, who defended his comments. My sister quickly grabbed the phone from him after. Good on those fucking kids for standing up and being against overt misogyny. You know what? The absolutely rarest of rare W's for middle school kids? Bracken is like, my little brother is a jerk. Right. How is the older brother doesn't have these sort of comments in mindset. Sorry, we have another paragraph to read. I'm so sorry. This is after she calmed down, she asked me what to do. I told her that this was on her and her fault for not correcting Neville's behavior. She said that she didn't know why he said it and said that she can't just take away his phone or friends. When I mentioned both as a possible source, she just doubled down and said she needed to teach Bracken and his friends not to gossip. That's your takeaway? Why are you teaching your kid that hating on women and treating women as second-class citizens are okay? I told her she was being ridiculous and hung up. She tried calling back. I didn't pick up. Then I got angry texts. Am I the asshole? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Absolutely not. No. God, no. Parent your kid. Parent your kid. Yeah, because gossiping is the problem. What the fuck is the parent thinking? Right, 100%. So she's going to punish the older child instead of the one actually. Right, she's punishing the older child for doing the right thing. I'm sure she can take his phone away and give him a Nokia brick for emergencies. Neville needs to be on punishment. Right, 100%. 100%. Yeah, this is so cut and dry, not the asshole at all. Oh, I got one for us. Am I the asshole for being embarrassed of my girlfriend's cosplay? My 25M girlfriend, 24, had a double mastectomy 5 years ago. She had breast cancer and thankfully made a full recovery. Unlike a lot of women, she didn't have any reconstructive surgery. This was before I met her. This is the first fucking paragraph, by the way. OP, this motherfucker wrote this whole there are there are 4 more paragraphs.
Hit him with your car.
I'm a big anime nerd. Last weekend, I invited her to a small anime con with me. She's seen a few episodes of my favorite shows, but she's not into anime. She does like cosplay, though, and she works seasonally as an SFX artist at a haunted house near us. So when I asked her to go to the con with me, she asked if she could cosplay, and I said sure. She got very excited and said that I was going to love her costume. So I'll admit, I thought she was going to do something sexy for me. Well, not exactly. The day of the convention comes and she showed up at my house cosplaying Dabby from My Hero Academia, specifically a look he has later in the manga. It's a long white coat over white pants, no shirt. Her entire chest was exposed and she'd obviously spent hours applying burn makeup. She has short hair that she dyes constantly. This time she bleached it white and dyed a few red streaks. I wasn't expecting her to show up without a shirt. Her burn scar makeup only covered half her chest, so you could clearly see her mastectomy scar. It wasn't a very attractive costume, especially since she'd gone all out with the scars and made them look raised and kind of realistic. We went to the con, and while a lot of people came up to take photos with her, I noticed several others looking at her chest. That evening, she said I'd been quiet all day, and I honestly told her I was a little embarrassed that she was flaunting her mastectomy scar like that. She got mad and said she was making the best of her situation and said I was being insensitive, and she's been distant ever since. I'm starting to feel guilty. Am I the asshole? Yes.
He is not the love of your life. He is literally just a guy. Hit him with your car.
How dare you show you survived cancer? Perish, right. You just know he fucks to Seabat. "69% said asshole. Nice. Nice. So we're gonna hit asshole on that one and then move on. These holes are supple.
Yeah,
Moist.
these holes are juicy for sure.
Juicy
They're filled to
holes.
the brim. They're filled to the brim, overflowing. Some would say.
Stuffed holes for sure. Okay, this one is very, very long. Let me see if I can. Let me share my screen for you so you can see what's
We
going
love
on.
a long one because that means that there's something to get into.
Sandy, would you like to read the title here?
Am I the asshole for not paying my friend back for my portion of the meal he was treating me to? Am I the asshole for not paying my friend back for my portion of the meal he was quote unquote treating me to?
For context, I guess, before we dive into this one, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 paragraphs long. 9 paragraphs. There's some juice in these holes. There's some juice in these holes.
Bring a
They're
bucket
the
and a mop.
asshole for writing that much. They're the asshole for writing a novel, dude. We are 36% asshole, 64% not the asshole. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Here we go. My fiance and I, both 25M, got engaged last year. Shortly after our private proposal, we hosted an intimate engagement party and only invited our closest friends. It was a lovely little casual event, but we did ask folks to RSVP so we could get a head count to know how much champagne, etc. to buy. 2 of the people we invited were a friend of my fiance's, we will call him Alex, and his girlfriend, who we will call Jen. So anytime they go, we will call them this name, I'm like, this guy's a fucking asshole, huh? You hate this motherfucker, right?
It's so telling. It's great.
So telling. I say friend of my fiance's because they were friends way back in high school and I'd only met them in person once during a double date. Even though I don't know them very well, I thought inviting them would be an opportunity to get to know them better and introduce them to our other buddies. They never responded to our RSVP, so my fiance texted Alex directly to ask if he could make it, and Alex responded with what was essentially a maybe. This did rub me the wrong way, but again, since it was a casual party, I wasn't too upset, and we just decided to plan for them to be there. 3 days before the party, though, Alex texted again and said they wouldn't be coming. Alex apologized and said that instead, on an upcoming weekend, he would love to treat us to dinner to celebrate. 3 paragraphs in, and we are to the subject of our title. Eventually, we had a free weekend, so Alex said we should come over for that dinner. We drove an hour and a half to Alex's place. When we arrived, Jen was in her pajamas, eating ice cream and watching Netflix. We could see her because it was a studio. I felt embarrassed because I felt like we were invading her space, but also because it felt like they hadn't communicated about what was happening that night.
Oh man, this is juicy.
This is like, I feel like I'm reading the script to the pilot episode of a sitcom right now. Like, this is, you know what? This might be a bunch of paragraphs, but I'm enraptured right now.
Yeah, this is nice. This is nice.
After some tense back and forth, it was decided that because, obviously, we weren't having dinner at theirs, Jen got dressed and we went to a sushi place. We all eventually relaxed and started having a fun time. Jen, being vegan, ordered specialty vegan dishes and they both were drinking expensive cocktails. Fiance and I are sober, but we don't mind if people drink around us. Being mindful not to up the bill too much, my fiance and I ordered a sushi platter to share. We're having a great time chatting and laughing. But when we were getting ready to leave, Alex said to us, so you can Venmo me your half of the bill. It's only like $100. Since
I'm not gonna lie to you, baby. I mean, we're gonna read the rest. I don't really have to read the rest of this, but we'll read the
yeah, right. We can already pass judgment 100%.
I don't know if we have to read it.
No, you're not an asshole for not paying this. In what fucking reality does, hey, let me treat you to dinner mean, hey, let me drink a shit ton of expensive cocktails at a sushi place and order a bunch of really expensive stuff and then make you split the bill with us?
I don't know that world. You know,
I don't know that
I don't know
either.
I've never heard of that one.
We both awkwardly laugh it off, but quickly realized he was completely serious.
I'm happy it's 9 paragraphs. We needed
I'm also
this.
happy it's 9 paragraphs. The build-up, the establishment of plot, like we got our characters introduced.
Full
We
context.
already painted these. We've already painted Alex and Jenna as being the bad guys from the very beginning. There was foreshadowing. Like, this is a good haul. This is good. We both awkwardly laugh it off, but quickly realized he was completely serious. Before we drove home, Alex said again, yeah, you can just Venmo me for half of tonight. My Venmo is, and my fiance said, yeah, okay, we'll do that when we get home. On the drive home, I put my foot down and told my fiance there is no way we are paying for half of the dinner bill. If not just based on the premise Alex said he was treating us to dinner to celebrate our engagement, but on the fact that they drink expensive cocktails and vegan dishes while we shared a single sushi platter. I felt like we shouldn't even pay for the food we ate. Later, Alex sent me a Venmo request, but I declined. After talking it through, Alex's reasoning is that we should pay because, one, they missed out on the party, champagne, cookies, etc., and this can make up for it. You can pay us back for missing your party? What?
I don't know that I would call them friends, you know? I don't know that I would call them that.
I think I'd call them an ambulance after I hit them with my car.
This is silly goofy. This is a little silly goofy, you know?
That was reason 1 of 3. You've already swung out. You're done. You're walking back to the thing and you're like, actually, hang on. What if I got 2 more swings? And the ump's like, no, you're done. That's not how baseball works. Okay, reason number 2, just saying you're treating someone to dinner doesn't mean you're paying. In what world? Hey, I'm taking you out. My treat. I'm paying. Hey, let me treat you to dinner. I'm paying.
That might be the craziest take on what the term treating means that I've ever heard. I think that they might be the only people that have ever said that ever.
Right.
You know, that's a sentence. That's a sentence that's never been said before. Do you know what I mean? Until then. Until
you ready for this? You ready for this? Reason number 3. They didn't even want sushi, even though they had suggested it, and it was supposedly their favorite restaurant in the area.
I feel like it's a joke. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like they're joking. Like
right?
Like,
it's
that
so
feels
absurd.
All 3 of those reasons are that is a hee hee ha ha. We're joking with you.
I'm half expecting this last paragraph to be like, and then Ashton Kutcher came through our ceiling and said, hey, you're on Punk'd. This is a prank show. Now we have to kick you in the nuts.
That should be a more likely thing to happen in this next paragraph than what is about to be read in the next paragraph for sure.
Some of our friends are firmly on Alex's side.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
You mean former friends, right? You mean ex-friends? You mean people who are no longer invited to your wedding?
You mean past tense for sure. That's right. A past tense. Yeah.
While others think we are 100% okay to never, quote unquote, pay him back. I know this has caused a strange rift in Alex and my fiance's relationship. Am I the asshole? Is this a weird hill to die on? Should I just cough up the money? Absolutely fucking not. These people are living on a different plane of existence to think that, one, like, look, read back those fucking responses that they said for the reasoning you should pay them back.
Every single one. They give 3 reasons and not one of them made sense.
Not
one of them made sense. Not one of them was like a normal thing. That you know, when you give 3 in this kind of context, I feel like one of them should be like, I mean, okay
maybe,
you know, not one.
You struck out so hard. I cannot fathom these fucking people are real.
It seems like a Twilight Zone episode.
I'm so glad this is the one that you were able to join.
This is a good join. This is a good hop-in for sure. This is a good hop-in.
OP. I don't think that there is any universe where you are the asshole in this situation. And I also would not pay these people money because they're just trying to get $100 out of you. And their reasoning is, we missed your party.
Okay, honestly, this is a good thing. I think that this happening was a good thing because this just helped weed out not only these two people, but also the people that are siding with these two people. Good weed out. It's a good weed out moment. Everybody in this chat, ask yourself that right now about some of your friends. Would they treat you to a sushi meal? I think so.
Hey, when I say that I'm gonna treat you to food, what does that mean to you? Oh, it means that I owe you $100. Oh, okay. I don't want to be friends then, actually.
Okay. All right. Okay. We're not getting sushi.
Okay. Time for more holes. I'm curious. I'm curious. I'm curious, so we're gonna do it. Am I the asshole for telling my wife I don't want to learn to make pancakes? Damn, just break up. Curious, that's how whole starts. Exactly. I'm curious. This post has been removed due to the status of the original poster's account. This account is currently shadow banned or suspended, suggesting this account is in violation of Reddit terms of service. Forbidden pancakes. Okay, here we go. She wants breakfast in bed for her birthday. She wants a whole breakfast platter. She told me she wants pancakes included, which I don't know how to make. She wants me to watch YouTube videos and learn. I'm not much of a cook and I don't really enjoy cooking, besides meat really. I told her I don't want to, but I'll do anything else, even order them. She told me she just wants one thing and then got mad and said she didn't want anything at all. Now we're in a weird spot where I'm the bad guy for not doing this for her. Yeah. Just learn. Do you not love your wife? Is that like, I did see one edit that was like she wants them from scratch, not from a box. But like, pancakes are very masculine. Lumberjacks make them. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He spent more effort posting this on Reddit than it would to have taken to make pancakes. Fucking right, though. Fucking right, though. Oh, no, it's my wife's birthday and she wants pancakes, but alas, making pancakes would make me weak and pathetic, for I am a manly man. And manly men do not make pancakes, this dude probably. I'm not much of a cook unless it's meat. Shut the fuck up. Make some pancakes. New random word. Computing. This one can't be too bad, right? Give me something nice. Am I the asshole for deleting my son's Minecraft world? I have two children, a 9-year-old son and a 6-year-old daughter. My son had a Minecraft world where he built quite an impressive castle on an island, which he was very proud to show me. Since school was canceled, he's had issues with waking up on time. He was supposed to wake up at 7 each morning, but for the past month, he has been sleeping until about 9 or 10. I always set an alarm for him, but he keeps sleeping right through it. I don't wake him up because waking himself up is a skill that he needs to learn. I told him about 2 weeks ago that there are going to be consequences for him if he continues to sleep in every morning. At first, he understood and was waking up on time every morning, but for the past week or so, he has fallen back into old habits. I told him yesterday that this is his final warning. Today, he slept in until 11. So I followed through with my warning. I went to his computer and deleted his favorite Minecraft world. My heart hurts. I also took away computer privileges for the next month. So not only did you destroy something that he was so incredibly proud to show you for no other reason than I want you to wake up when I am ready for you to wake up, for no other reason than I want you to wake up at that time, you're also going to take away his computer privileges. The only thing that this does for your child is tell him that I am going to destroy the things that you love and that you are proud of if you do not fit into the neat little box that I expect you to live in. When I told him, he started screaming and crying. He told me that he spent a whole year working on that world. That's fucking huge. Right, Dark Phoenix? Faye, hi, welcome in. And he's very distraught that he's never going to see it again. He's been crying and sobbing throughout the day and has refused to eat any of his meals. Yeah, you're a fucking asshole. Top comment here. Yes, the asshole. Parenting is more about finding ways to get your child to succeed than negative punishment. Not only will your goal of having him wake up not be met, you've created additional hardship on your child during these unprecedented times. He's 9. The punishment did not fit the crime. Yes, the asshole. I'm so sad for your son, OP. My son is about the same age, and I can't imagine purposefully doing something so mean to him. Our kids have had their entire world upended right now. We as their parents are their lifeline right now, and you just let your son know following the rules and being right and behaving are more important to you than helping him through these times. Is it possible he's not sleeping well because he is stressed or anxious because the entire world has changed pretty abruptly? Is it possible that he is more tired than he normally would be because his mind is processing big changes right now? Is it possible his circadian rhythm doesn't align with your idea of when he should be awake? There are a lot of possibilities, but you chose to believe he was being either lazy or disrespectful. He worked on this for a year, and now he's stuck in isolation and social distancing with someone who values getting up at 7 more than the work he put into creating something. God damn. Fucking T as fuck. Am I the asshole for refusing to wear my sister-in-law's wedding dress to my wedding? I, 23F, am getting married to my fiance, 24M, in a month. He has an identical twin brother with whom he's keeping a bit of distance with because of his past possessive behavior of wanting to share everything with each other, from interests, hobbies, and even friends. His brother got eloped to his wife, 27F, and even suggested to my fiance to do the same on the same day as him. However, I ended up being contacted by my fiance's brother requesting me to wear his wife's wedding dress from their elopement to my wedding, which I obviously turned down, telling him that I've already got a specific wedding dress on my mind. What? He dropped the subject, and for 2 weeks I didn't hear about it again, so I thought that was the end of it. But yesterday, my fiance's brother and his wife showed up at our house, uninvited, may I add, got up sister-in-law's wedding dress, and then literally asked me to try it right here, and they'd make adjustments if the size doesn't fit. Thank God my husband stepped in and kicked them both out of our house, even though it did end up with a really big argument between my fiance and his brother. I got contacted again later by my brother-in-law, who said that my inability to make any compromises in order for his and his brother's wedding experience to be intertwined is straining their relationship. Honestly, at this point, I'm just getting the creeps from brother-in-law, and my gut's telling me that him and sister-in-law may attempt to sabotage our wedding out of revenge. And even my husband agrees with the sentiment. We're now strongly considering to uninvite both my brother-in-law and sister-in-law from our wedding, but my husband's still a bit reluctant to do it yet because of the inevitable drama it'll cause with his family. Am I the asshole? It's like reverse twin stuff. Right. Eiffel Tower, get out of here. Mixed with non-consent, mixed with being straight. Clone fetish? Is it a type of voyeurism, like he wants to see his life happen again? Oh, maybe. It's the Parent Trap turned adult? Oh, no. The Wife Trap. So we can all agree not the asshole at all, right? We can all very much agree, no, not the asshole, even a little bit. new dickie. Oh, yep. All right, here we go. Put your points in the dickie. Am I the asshole for not trying harder to let my ex know that our son passed? Sorry for any layout issues. I am on my phone. Also, throwaway, as my ex follows my main. Both myself, F, and my partner, M, were 28 when I found out I was pergonanante. Together for 4 years. Personally, I didn't want the child. My work was offering potential advances within my position, and I was excited for it, but after a lot of talking, we decided to go forward with it. When I was around 20 weeks, just after finding out the gender, he disappeared. I couldn't contact him. He wouldn't answer the phone or messages. I got worried and messaged his mother and found out that he was living back with her and was overwhelmed with the situation. He kept paying his part of the bills over to my bank each month, but I received no contact. I even tried going over. Nothing. That's so incredibly fucked up. Imagine being the one that didn't want the baby, and then 20 weeks in, they get cold feet and they leave. You're the one that convinced her to keep the baby in the fucking first place. What a piece of shit. 27 weeks, I gave up trying, gave up crying, and just got on with what I thought was a future as a single mother. I brought everything needed over the next couple of weeks and set it all up. At 31 weeks, I started having pains, but I put it down to Braxton Hicks. Just before 32 weeks, my waters went and I went into labor with the baby coming very quickly. He went straight to NICU. I messaged and rang my ex and his mother. No response. Less than a week later, my son passed due to complications of early birth. I again tried to contact my ex and his mother, left voicemails and messages. Nothing. The next few weeks were a blur, but with the help of my mother and father, his funeral was arranged. They tried to contact ex and his mother also. Still nothing. I sent more messages. Nothing. I'm assuming we were probably all blocked, but honestly, at that point, I didn't care. I was so broken. His funeral came and went. It was beautiful and horrible. I stopped messaging and told my family not to bother after the funeral had passed. I couldn't deal with it anymore. After 5 months after his birth/death, my ex turned up. Let himself in. I wasn't at home, but when I got back, he was instantly hostile. The flat was clearly not set up nor accommodating a small child. He demanded to see his son. You don't deserve that, even if he was alive. That is so incredibly fucked up. You leave for the entire pregnancy with zero fucking contact, refusal to contact even. And then you break in to her house and demand to see your son, of which you have provided little to no support for emotionally. I broke down and told him what happened. I have never seen him so sad and angry. He stormed out, slamming the door on his way out. Within half an hour, I got a nasty call from his mother, followed by messages from siblings/other family. How dare I not let them know something so serious? How could I hide something like that out of petty spite? She fucking tried! I truly didn't. I tried, but I couldn't keep trying. It's been nearly 3 weeks now of them being awful. I was speaking to my sister this weekend, and she said, to be fair, it was a bit of a dick move to not keep trying. They deserved to know. No. Fuck literally every single person in your life. This is an intensely traumatic experience. To not only lose your child, but your partner in the process. They left and went zero contact with you. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the stress of that had something to do with complications. Yeah, she called for weeks. Weeks! Was it? I tried so hard to let him know, but I was struggling so hard too. I lost my son too. Am I the asshole? Should I have done more? Edit, thank you so much for all your responses. Sorry for not replying to any. Reading them has been a lot. Honestly, I'm going to drink a bottle of wine or two, read your kind responses, and cry myself to sleep. Writing this all out and living it again has been hard. Unfortunately, I'm not able to change the locks. Landlord said no, but my tenancy ends on the 12th of June and I already have a new flat to move into. Thankfully, my dad has been able to cover the cost of a private therapist and I see her again Tuesday. Thank you all so much again for your kind words. Second edit, if I had realized this was going to blow up so much, I probably would have just posted it on my main. If you see this post anyway, read it, Lewis, then read it again, then read the comments, then just leave me the fuck alone. Thank you for all your comments. I'm going to show my therapist the post when I see her and talk it through, but honestly, it has helped a lot. Even if I did cried a bit, I'm going to sleep now, won't be back on this post, but thank you all. Read it, Lewis. Read it, Lewis. You're a fucking piece of shit. You are probably, honestly, you know what? I can say this with 100% certainty. Of all the people that we have read about on this series on Hole Inspectors before, you are probably the biggest piece of shit I have ever heard about. Which is a very high bar, to be clear, but he soars over it. Right. That is a very high bar. Because we have read some absolute degenerate stories on here. Both asshole and not the asshole outcomes. My God. An Olympic asshole. Astronomical hole. My God. Anyway, no, OP, you are not the... Oh, hey, look at that. We were 41-59 on this post. Damn. Not only are you not the asshole, you are incredibly not the asshole. You are so much not the asshole that it hurts my heart a little bit. Why is this? Okay, I gotta read this one. This one I have to read, though. Am I the asshole for calling my daughter's father spineless and his girlfriend creepy over their name choice for their daughter? So this post is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 paragraphs and an edit over a name of a child. So, like, what the fuck is all the fucking context here for? A little bit of context for you all. I ended up falling pregnant with my 10-year-old daughter during a drunken hookup with a friend in my mid-20s. Not the most glamorous or flattering truth, but it's the truth all the same. When we found out, we decided to keep the child and co-parent while remaining friends. We were never a couple, and we didn't want to be one either. This is already so fucking wild. 4 years ago, he began to date his long-term girlfriend, and they moved in together last year. She fell pregnant, and I've been supportive of them both as much as I could without crossing any lines. I've encouraged my daughter to help out whenever she's staying with them during the pregnancy and to behave. I've also made it clear that I want children to have a close relationship despite having different mothers. I've even said that if they were comfortable with it on nights I have my daughter, if they ever want time alone, I'll babysit once they have the baby so that my daughter can spend time with her sibling. Okay. All in all, I thought everything was great, and I was excited for my daughter to have a sibling as she's always wanted one, but I've had no interest in having another child. 3 days ago, my friend and his girlfriend had a daughter. They asked me to bring my daughter to the hospital to meet her little sister yesterday, alongside others of the family. I did exactly that, but when they introduced us to the baby, I was shocked. They'd named... The name they used is my daughter's name. She didn't seem to have any issue with this when she introduced the baby bold as brass. My friends seemed uncomfortable and wouldn't look at me directly. I asked them what they were playing at which point my friend's father said he'd take my daughter down to the cafeteria to get something to eat and left with her. This tells me that the friend's father is like, I fucking told you this was a bad idea, you fucking ding-dong. You fucking twerp piece of shit. I fucking told you this was about it. You fucking talk about this now. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Anyway, my friend told me to calm down and not overreact, while his girlfriend told me she didn't see the issue and it was a pretty name. I asked them if they'd named the baby for my daughter, trying to understand the logic here, but his girlfriend said that no, it was just a pretty name that she liked.
You sure about that? You sure about that? That's why? You sure about that?
At the very, very least, that's just absurdly impractical, right? You know, this is going to read to the older kid, hey, this is your I then asked if they planned to use a nickname or a middle name when addressing her on a daily basis, and her response was that she didn't see a need for that. I told them they were being ridiculous and that they couldn't do this. I then told his girlfriend that I found this frankly creepy and told my friend he was being spineless if he was happy to go along with this. He tried to claim our daughter could use a nickname or something. Oh my God. Oh my God. But I shut that down immediately, asking why it was more reasonable for a girl who has used that name for a decade to shame her name compared to a baby who had no concept of what a name was yet. His girlfriend told me I was being a bitch talking to her like that after she just gave birth, and asked the nurses to remove me, saying I was being disruptive. Maybe my temper is running a little too hot though, and I was too harsh on her when she gave birth. It's just so fucking weird. Edit. I'd also like to state, I know that what they want to name their child is their choice. They could have called her Dinosaur for all I care, but this is the one name that should be off limits or adjusted. They even have the same surname as they have the same father. Something about it just felt malicious and deliberate, as if she's trying to replace my daughter. And for them both to spring it on us like that at the first meeting, no, that's just weird. That's so fucking weird. That's so fucking weird. What? Despite the baby daddy and OP not having any desire for a relationship between each other, the new girlfriend is like, I'm going to replace her because I'm insecure. Not the asshole. From the outside, it sure reads like she wants to replace her partner's affection for his first daughter with his new baby. Of course it's creepy. 38 mentions of foot fetish.
Am I the asshole for laughing at my grandpa after he told me to cover up my feet? Grandpa. I need my fucking hat. I need my fucking hat for this one. Oh, God.
It's hat time.
All right.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. My emotional support hat. This is interesting.
How split are we on this? 2% asshole.
Yeah.
98% not the
Not
asshole.
the asshole. All right. Are we ready, everybody?
Nope. I am not ready, but let's go.
So this one is fairly recent, and he's still mad at me. So I decided to voice the story in hopes of getting corrected if I'm wrong. So this morning, my grandparents informed me that some people would be coming to set up a new bed/frame, etc. Since I wasn't needed, I just sat down on the sofa and minded my business. I asked if I should help, but I wasn't needed. For context, I was wearing a normal t-shirt and some leggings, but no socks. This will be
This will be important later, but no socks. This will be important later. Chat will remember this.
However, during the visit, my grandfather kept furiously pointing upstairs. Apparently, he didn't want to tell me what I needed to do, but expected me to magically know.
That's boomer energy right there, baby.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about what I need. I just want you to read my mind.
Yeah. Holy fuck. All right. I knew this would be a journey, but I don't know. There's a lot more to this. The way this is written, by the way, is she's separating each of her sentences like it's a paragraph.
Every sentence is separated like a separate paragraph. Every single sentence.
Okay. After looking at everyone wearing masks, I assumed he wanted me to wear one. I was pretty far away from everyone, so I didn't thought it was necessary. So after I got up and put one on, he seemed even more furious. I kept asking him what he wanted me to do, but he refused to speak. That is very boomer energy.
Mm-hmm.
After the guy and the girl finished building it, the new bed, and left, we sat down and talked a bit about the new bed, what happened, etc. That's when I mentioned being confused at what he wanted me to do, and he promptly told me that it was vulgar for me to display my feet the way I did. Faced with the absurdity of the situation, I laughed, imagining how the two builders would say, "Oh my God, look at how hot this girl is because of her feet."
Oh no! OP is a sweet baby angel muffin, don't know nothing! I just want to put this into perspective for people. Before this post, this girl had no idea what a foot fetish was. Not even a little bit. She did not even think that anyone could be sexually attracted to feet. Oh no. No!
Oh.
What? What? No!
Yep. I just saw it too.
What?
My grandmother then joined in, laughing with me about my seductive feet with the power to make any man horny.
No!
My grandfather, however, exploded, saying it was indecent.
No! No! You can't word it like that! You can't word it like that! No!
Saying that it was indecent / disrespectful to be at home without socks in front of strange men. He's still currently mad at me for showing off my glorious feet in front of strangers. So am I the asshole for laughing at my grandpa for covering up my indecent feet? The updates are fucking killing me. Oh my God! Oh my God! Look at the update! No, look at the next one! Look at the third update.
No!
Here we go.
We gotta read. Oh my God.
Update 1. Why is everyone suggesting my grandfather has a foot fetish? Crying emoji. If that's true, I'll start wearing socks forever. Oh my God. Okay. Now, the next update I want to emphasize is in all caps. Why are there so many suggestions of you telling to make an OnlyFans account for my feet pics? OMG.
But then, update 3.
Update 3. Out of sheer curiosity, should I open up an OnlyFans account?
Why are we still here?
OP, no! OP, no!
My arm, even my fingers. What I have lost.
Oh my God!
They don't know. They don't say how old they are.
They never say how old they are.
Last update. So I've decided against doing one, since I don't really know my ways around cybersecurity and everything. But to answer a few general questions. 1, my entire family is from Germany, and we have pretty lax view on how to dress, mostly just dressing appropriately. 2, my family isn't religious, with me being atheist and my my grandma being agnostic, for example. 3, yes, my dad has Yes, my dad has that fetish. I stumbled on his Insta and he was pretty open about it.
What a great hole to end on, D. Oh my God.
I mean, she has one more sentence in this thread. Hope you had a nice laugh about the situation.
XD.
XD.
And the first thing, the very, very first thing that someone could hear after seeing Beeps recommended as a community that they might like could be, put more cum on it. Cum on that dress. Make it yours. Get freaky in the limo.